So the Lord came to give Braja Bhakti. That was the second excellent reason. And the third, the amazing reason is because Advaita Acharya called for him. Because Advaita Acharya was seeing this situation in the world, that everyone is suffering in this world. They were so crazy at that time that they had so much money, so much opulence. But what they are doing with this opulence? They were completely wasting their time. You know what they were doing? Having the marriages of dogs and cats and all kinds of things. Because they have a lot of money. So how we spend money, right, for our own sons and daughters, right? That much money they spend on the marriages of dogs and cats. Can you imagine? You have a pet dog and a pet cat and things like that. Chalo, aapka cat hai, mera cat hai, shaadi karenge iska. And they spend as much money as how you spend for the actual human beings' marriages. So what they are doing, they are just completely wasting their time. And Advaita Acharya was not able to see that. That is a sign of a devotee. They cannot see others wasting their human form of life. You have got this human form of life for what? Just eating, mating, sleeping and defending, just to have all these things? That is even available to the dogs and cats. You have got this human form of life. Please, please, please use it for the right purpose. Use it for the right purpose. Because we do not know the next time we are going to get the human form of life or not. And the life is very, very... I'm not trying to scare you all. Please, what I'm trying to do is, like, if you have got the diamond, how carefully you will save it and how carefully you will deal with it, right? You don't deal with the diamond as you deal with the American diamond, right? There's a difference between the American diamond and the real diamond. The matter of fact that we are not able to realize which is American diamond and which is the real diamond, that is our problem. I go with the shopping with my wife. Sometimes it's not that, ऐसा नहीं है कि सब्जी की तरह ऐसे निकल पड़े high diamond लेने के लिए. Once in 6 years or 7 years, whenever we want to buy some diamond jewelry, she says, let's go and have one of the whatever earrings or the ring or whatever. And that person shows, I cannot make out a diamond, real American diamond. It looks the same. It looks the same. That is the problem with us. So we first of all have to have a knowledge to identify which is the real diamond and which is American diamond. ऐसा भर भर के थैली भर के आ जाएगा, आपसे 500 रुपया देंगे ना, इतना भर के आ जाएगा अमेरिकन डायमंड्स. एंड द रियल डायमंड, अब बोलेगे 500 रुपया मेरे पास, बोले एक काम कर दो, अंदर ही मारा दुकान में, डोंट इवन स्टेप इन, राइट? सो दैट इज द सिचुएशन that a devotee sees when others are wasting the diamond like an American diamond. अगर कोई बंदा है, right, अगर बच्चे को दे दे, उसको मालूम नहीं है, माँ ने दिया ये अपना डायमंड रिंग खेलने के लिए और वो ऐसे ही चल ले तू खेल और इधर से इधर फेंक दिया. What do you say? अरे बाबा, what are you doing? Similarly, the devotees feel when the human form of life is being wasted just for eating, mating, sleeping and defending, they feel क्या कर रहे हो यार आप? That's why he was praying to the Lord to come, that who can give Krishna to others in a most easy form. Most easy form. That's why it is said, that's why we sang these two bhajans. You will not find anybody most merciful than Lord Chaitanya. You will not find. What did Krishna say? Sarva dharman parityajya. Abandon all varieties of religion and surrender unto me. Then only I will give you Krishna prema. What Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said? I already have Krishna prema. I need people to distribute this fruit of love. Love of Godhead. Very beautiful verse that Vedmurti Prabhu quoted, right? न योग्यता, कोई योग्यता नहीं देखा, न स्थान, कोई स्थान भी नहीं देखा, किधर हो आप? Freely gave Krishna prema. And the most amazing thing we see is Jagai and Madhai's episode. They were the most fallen, they were the worse than Rakshasas. They were given Krishna prema. Can you imagine? So will Lord not give us the Krishna prema if we ask? Only thing is we have to desire. We have to seek for it. We have to ask for it. If you go on asking for the diamonds and these cars and the bungalows and these, Krishna will give you, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will give you that. Whatever you want, Krishna will give you. That is the promise of Krishna. If you ask for Krishna Prem, Lord Chaitanya will give you Krishna Prem. So please be mindful what we ask. It is required to have a nice life, nothing wrong in that. Have an opulent life, but add Krishna to your life. Simple thing. Nobody wants Krishna doesn't want us to be beggar, okay? Krishna wants us to live our life nicely, but add Krishna in the life. Put Krishna in the center and everything around him. Right? So that is where the Lord Chaitanya came. These are the three internal and the three external reasons. Now when did he appear? 18th February 1846. That is when he appeared. 1486 or 1486, sorry, yeah, I mixed up the numbers. 1486, that is when he appeared. Right? And who did he appear to? Or rather, where did he appear? He appeared in the Navadvip, which is currently what we see as the Mayapur Dham. Even today we have this, as Prabhuji was mentioning in his class, even today that neem tree is there. Even today there is a temple around this particular birthplace of Lord Chaitanya. Very beautiful place. Very beautiful place. And then who were his parents? Jagannath Mishra and Sachi Devi. That were narrated by Vedmurti Prabhu about his childhood. How the snake comes and is actually Ananta Shes and wanted to have a pastime with the Lord. And then how the thieves come to steal the bangles of the Lord. The Sone ka bangle pehna hota hai Lord ne. But then how Lord tricks them so wonderfully. And then one of the amazing, I'll read that for my purification because I also love this pastime so much. So I'll repeat that and some other time we'll cover the rest of the things. So yeah, just 2 minutes left. So Lord Chaitanya was very small. He was actually crawling, and that small. And his name was Nimai, by the way. Why his name was Nimai? The pet name was Nimai? Neem tree, exactly. That's why he's called Nimai. Very beautiful name, Nimai, right? So he was crawling, and once that traveling Brahmana, so there is one Brahmana who comes and he's assumed to be a very great devotee of Gopal. So he comes to the house of Jagannath Mishra and see the custom, right? So obviously we'll say we'll cook prasad for you, please come home and we'll feed you prasad. But this Brahmana had a very strange condition saying, I cook myself, I don't eat from anybody's hand. I cook myself, I offer it to my Gopal deity. He had a Gopal deity, nice Gopal deity. I offer it to him and then only I will eat. He says, no problem, we'll give you the ingredients, you cook the food and you offer and you take prasad. No problem. So he prepared the food and offered, and when you see like offering is going on, nobody is there around, right? Suddenly Nimai comes crawling and started eating the rice that he has cooked. And this person, suddenly उसका ध्यान जाता है कि कुछ तो आवाज आ रहा है, तो he sees, hi, my offering is completely spoiled. This child has come and started eating while the Lord is yet to be complete his meal. So offering is spoiled. So then Jagannath Mishra comes to know saying, okay, we are very sorry, my little Nimai is very naughty, please forgive us, you cook again. So the time is up, but we'll just complete this story and we'll end. So he again prepares and cooks the food again, and then again vapas se he does the offering and everything. And this time Jagannath Mishra was saying just keep an eye on him, but somehow or other he escaped everybody's eyes, sneaks in and start eating the rice. And again this Brahmana sees that again it's spoiled, and he was very upset. And you know what he says? See, this is the beauty of the devotee, right? So he comes and tells Jagannath Mishra, rather than becoming upset with Jagannath Mishra, he's saying, Lord doesn't want me to eat today. So please, excuse me, I am okay. I will be okay with some fruits and roots, I will eat and I'll be happy, no problem. He says, no, you have come to our home. How can you go hungry? Now this is another side of it, right? So this time he said, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to lock Nimai in the room. Okay, so there is no way he will come out. So this third time he cooks and he locks Nimai actually. बाहर से ताला मार देते हैं, Nimai को अंदर रूम में डाल देते हैं. And then what does Nimai do? Nimai calls for the Nindra Devi and everyone is fast asleep except that Brahmana. This Nimai, again, for him to open the door is not a big deal. Why? Because at Krishna, in the middle of the dead of the night, he was in the jail and all the locks were open, right? Without any trouble. So what is the trouble for Nimai, who is none other than Krishna, right? So the doors were open, he goes and he started eating the rice. Now this time, again Brahmana sees and he chillata hai, say, hi, hi, my offering is spoiled, hi, hi. But who is going to pay attention because everyone is sleeping? Nobody was hearing. He says, क्या हो रहा है? ये बच्चा कैसे आ गया वापस से? So then Nimai speaks. He said, Brahmana, you yourself is calling me. I come. Then why you are making such a big show here? Why you are shouting? You are calling me. I am coming. You are my devotee for so many lifetimes. You wanting me to come and eat your prasad? What is the problem if I eat your prasad? And then Nimai actually shows in the Gopal form. And then this Brahmana was so amazed to see the Gopal form. So I was so amazed at how Lord is so sensitive that this Brahmana has been searching for me for so many lifetimes. So this time I will give him the kripa. And then he tells Brahmana that you stay here in this town, you observe all my leelas, but don't tell anybody that I am that Gopal. So Brahmana every day came to Sachimata's home, and where he relished the pastimes of Lord Chaitanya growing up as a child, as like how Krishna grew up as a child, right? He really enjoyed it, but as promised, he did not tell anybody. He did not tell anybody. So this is really amazing. The Gopal Ananda Lal, right? So who personally came and reciprocated with his devotee. So there are so many things we wanted to see, but I will end with one last thing. It's just a statement, don't worry. It's just a statement and probably a question. What is the difference between Krishna and Gauranga Mahaprabhu or Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? So by the way, why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's another name is Gauranga? The one who has a Gaur Anga means one who has a golden complexion. That's why it's called Gauranga. So what is the difference between Krishna and Gauranga? Krishna is Krishna alone. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Radha Krishna together. Can you imagine? Can you imagine our fortune that to have the Radha Krishna together? That is why you see this wonderful form. We are so grateful to our Gurudev. So you see, that's why it's called Shri Krishna Chaitanya Radha Krishna Nahi Anya. Gauranga Mahaprabhu is not different than Srimati Radharani and Krishna together. They are one. Came as Lord Chaitanya. So that's why we are very, very grateful to all of you for your patient hearing. And I hope and pray that all of you get the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.